Gets it back. Nice look inside Morgan, point blank. Contested by Stanley. Or make that Ugbo.
Need some contact in there.
No look. Inside, off the window, and guess who? He needs some stops here. Williams to a cutter. Euless in traffic. Can't get the bounce. Buchanan. Cardenas. Front court. Lobs it. Buchanan. Point blank. Banks it down. Here come the Broncos to start in their first game. Different story today. No call. Inside. Track down. Bowie. In the front court. Here they go. Up and in. Nicely done. This time.
Makes him pay.
All the McCaffreys here today. Cardenas. Takes his time. Keen. Buchanan gets in the hole. Teardrop. Got it.
Guess you know what?
Andrea, Virginia. Here comes Cardenas. He's got some Messians inside. Degenhardt, nice backdoor to Keen. Buchanan's got that YMCA game, left hand off the glass and in.
But you notice him about step through, eyes up at the rim.
Boise back on offense, shooting 57% from the field. Cardenas with the drive. Degenhardt draws a double. Inside, Buchanan jump hook. Tell you, he's got that.
I mean, he's a solid. I mean, he's more than 240. I mean, he's solid.
They say he's 250.
Yeah, he can play, I mean, he's built like a linebacker or a defensive end.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Buchanan leads in. He is just.
And Evan Haywood, really nice backcourt combination of some young guards who can shoot it, but also can attack you off the dribble.
Buchanan shows his versatility. He can start the offense. Cardenas. Ugbo. Buchanan, now he'll take a three. What can't he do in this game? Bizjack frees himself. Boise the other way. Buchanan. Now backing his man down. That's Brooks. 250. Across the lane, off the bounce. Pull up Jay in traffic. Count it. 18 a game. Bizjack. Cardenas. Nina Carmichael. Degenhardt. Inside. Nice bomb. Buchanan. Easy bucket. Field here in the second half. Keen. Buchanan with a rebound. He's a Swiss Army knife. Can do anything. Now to the basket. Step back jumper. Count it. To the Biz. 79-65.
Think about this. The young players we're watching scoring the ball, Gus, maybe they didn't finish the season the way they wanted, but this gives them an opportunity, no matter what happens, that they play well in the game and feel better about themselves going into their summer workout. Beautiful.
Buchanan, nice look from Degenhardt again. Now Buchanan, he's been sensational inside, had to take it away, kept it though, and banks it down.
It happens. Use your teammates. You draw a couple. It's a simple game, and at times we as players make it so hard. You drive, draw a couple, and you kick. You find someone.
Degenhardt made the defensive play, and on the other end, beautiful.
You don't roll your tongue in Louisiana.
That got me in trouble many years ago. Keen.
Oh, what a pass.
To Buchanan. Wow. That was. He was trying to lob that one to Castro, and he wasn't ready for the lob. Keen, beautiful pass. Buchanan counted. And a timeout, Chris Caputo. Leon Rice is a coach that has two former head coaches on his staff that operate as offensive and defensive coordinators. We'll get into that a little bit in the second half. Cardenas throws a great pass. Buchanan, yes. Right before the halftime buzzer. Fester at birth.
That's why my nickname was Tank. Seriously, I was a load.
Buchanan, count it, and a foul.
I don't think anybody expected this.
Buchanan, who had 3 first-half fouls, knocks down the bucket. Carmichael trying to shoot through it. And Buchanan puts in the rebound.
Now that's a problem. You got more?
Yeah, the chess match that is this game defensively. 2 guys off makes. They're shutting off Cardenas, not letting him bring the ball up, making it really hard for him to initiate the offense.
You keep an eye on that. This is Cardenas, the Spaniard. Buchanan can shoot the 3, and he hammers one home.
Dribble penetration to get them good looks against this Boise State defense, by the way, which is also stellar as they score at
against that zone, just haven't been able to knock down shots.
Bailey, mid-range shot, no good. Coleman battling with Key, who comes up with the rebound.
Here's the thing, if you're R.J. King now, we talked about being too unselfish. You go up against the zone, you need to have your hands and feet ready to fire, because if you don't, you're hurting the team by not getting up those shots. And Javan Buchanan on the other side. As long as Boise State has their defense set, they're confident because they're so big and switchable 1 through 5.
And to your point, Terrence, as Cardenas moves it around to King, Buchanan's going to have a straightaway 3. And Boise State's going to take the lead.
I love that offensive set. You come out of the timeout, you run a little bit of a Spain action, which is a pick and roll, and then you set a back screen on the help defender. And what happens is you get the switch that you want, and Kobe Sanders does a nice job of getting to his left hand and finishing around the cup. Really nice play after a timeout by Steve Alford.
A double Stanley skip pass. Cardenas, another nice dive for Buchanan. Got to be the first to the floor, but you know what he wanted to do with that one, right?
He wanted to tear the rim off, but at the same time, you can't do it if you don't have the ball.
Here's Key. Stanley sets the pick. Buchanan, that's a good look. And he knocks it down. That was absolutely disgusting. Boise State trying to get the momentum back. Buchanan lines it up. Wow! Big time shot by.
And that guy will.
It's just getting ridiculous out here for Kobe Sanders. Shooting over double teams, dunking over people. Sanders up to 22. And Terrence, we've hammered this point in during the broadcast, but the addition of Rosen, and obviously we wish Trey Coleman the best, and unfortunately.
A surf shot, right? Degenhart with the rebound. He took the offending undershirt off. He's in the game. And Buchanan goes to the bucket and scores. But on ball, they like Davis on that point guard.
Yes, and you can see why. Just his ability to just get into the jersey, create havoc with his hands, and be physical with Cardenas, which is their best on-ball player. But without Davis, this team is not very good.
Card is going early.
Nice confident stroke there. Here's a picked off pass by Buchanan. They've got a break and a slam. A pick.
With that pocket pass, as Boise State was forcing him away from the screen, he did a nice job of calling for the screen again, and then an excellent roll by Valhola.
Buchanan attacking off the dribble. Just too fast. Hall. Much needed points there for San Jose State.
Yeah, continue to pick up full court.
for Tim Miles' squad. He's said for some reason about his team, they like to get down before they want to try and punch back.
But off the bench for the Running Rebs, and they have the 12-11 lead. This is one of those lineups, Dan, where Tyson Dagenhart plays the 5, the center position. He dimes Buchanan on the way to the face. Will that 3 to go in. Dagenhart, that was touched nearly above the cylinder. No call there.
Just like the Lobo teams of old. Remember Alex Kirk and Cam Bearstow when they were doing their things in New Mexico. Them and San Diego State had some great battles here in the Thomas and Mack Center for the Mountain West Championship. Of course, can't forget about Utah State, no matter who the coach is.
Yeah.
They're always tough to beat. Great league. Clock down to 3. Buchanan, mid-range is...
That was another example of flying around and help side, taking away opportunities.
Buchanan got it to rattle through.
Foster working against Dagenhart. Patrols the baseline. Coleman lets it fly. Skips off the back. Nevada still without a field goal. Down the floor. Buchanan gets behind the defense. And
you're always going to have 2 to 3 more quad 1 opportunities because the conference is always loaded. Since 6 teams. 6 big Mountain West last season, Jordan.
Last foul was on KJ Himes. You have to credit San Diego State, arguably the best win in the conference against Houston earlier this year.
You want to know who could be a bid thief this season? Colorado State is playing really well right now. Coach Medved has turned the corner for that Rams team.
Buchanan on catching fire. Foster trying to get it to Davidson with Keene defending. Nice cut by Ducell, but misses it at the rim.
Excellent off-ball movement by Ducell. Just has to convert.
Cardenas brings the whole defense down to him. Buchanan.
2 screens along the baseline, and he curl cuts so well off of that.
Ducell now 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field. Has yet to hit a 3 in this game. He's second in the conference in 3-point field goal percentage. Buchanan. This time. Backing down, Ducell, good fainting at it. Buchanan, oh, the patience is rewarded.
Good execution in the half court by the Wolfpack. Sometimes when things just aren't going super well, go to your best player.
Cardenas rips baseline. Broncos working around the horn. Buchanan, oh, the spin off Foster. Get out of here! Push it, goes coast to coast with the left hand. Foster getting his first points of the game. Still a 10-point lead for Boise State. Just under 9 minutes left in this game. Broncos sitting at 5-4, 5th place in the Mountain West Conference. They were picked to win the league. They've lost 3 games in the last 7 seconds this season. Buchanan trying to carve out some real estate. And how about the
kick? Scoring is the meal, but spacing sets the table. Another cut by Cardenas. Had him too.
How hard he plays, and he plays at such a fast pace. Coach Rice talked about changing that up sometimes, but without the ball, his ability to just draw the defense with those cuts has really opened things up. 4 to shoot. Buchanan spinning, twirling, rising up. It's been his night, folks.
For falling away. It's a 3. He is a Player of the Year candidate in the Mountain West.
Without a doubt, Buchanan withstood the first back down effort from Clifford. But you can't celebrate your first success. You've got to finish the possession.
Buchanan has got size and skills, and he steps through and scores. He's going to be a completely different player in a lot of people's eyes from when he started the season.
Oh, without a doubt. You can just see the confidence continues to grow. Even from 10 days or so ago when we had them last at San Diego State, he's in full command of this offense.
Buchanan muscling, got it up and in. Broncos in that zone again. Clifford, air ball on 3. Cardenas has it. $14 points, 5 assists for Cardenas. Degenhardt 19 points, 7 of 13 shooting. Long 3 and a good one there. Thinks a 3. Lay cut off, lost it. Buchanan makes another big play. Steps through and dunks it. Oh my goodness, Javan Buchanan.
Buchanan, the answer.
This kid's got game, and Richard Pitino's eyes light up when you ask him about him.
Cardenas. Another excellent
slip. You can get opportunities, and Stanley gets one.
Open look missed by Nelly Jr. Joseph, the Iota transfer, who's really stepped up and been good for New Mexico this season, averaging close to 13 and 10. Buchanan, another one. Electric. Cardenas splitting the 2. Another one to Buchanan. 3 straight through the lane and scores.
A big-bodied, strong guard using his strength there. And no Cardenas on the floor. Cardenas already has 5 assists in this game, so we'll see what the offense looks like for the Broncos without their triggerman.
Cardenas now top 10 all-time in assists in Mountain West history, 501. That's going to be a goaltend. So 2 more coming up.
Great pass from Omsil, too. Penetration, dump down. Front line's been pretty good for the Lobos.
Cardenas.
That was working.
Those are freshmen trying to earn some minutes as well. Jovan Milicevic. Yes.
5 points for Milicevic here down the stretch. Some contested jump shots.
This is, unfortunately for the Cowboys, one of those nights in Boise, Idaho.
Julian Bowie working on a 10-point game. This is the Indiana Wesleyan transfer. Javan Buchanan getting right. Kobe Newton picked up the personal. As Coach Wicks shuffles his lineup once more, Koyanets is back in for the Cowboys. Dylan Anderson makes his maiden voyage in this basketball game. Buchanan thunders to the rim.
I believe that was the shoe of R.J. King. That's a nifty move, but no finish there by Falslev. Very athletic and explosive guard for Utah State.
He had a couple dunks a season ago that were pretty darn impressive, over the top of guys and ones. He's a tremendous athlete. Could have played football at a number of different schools. Decided he wanted to play basketball.
Buchanan driving, got some space, steps through and scores, and he goes. Here come the Aggies. Another 3. Acano. There's the run. And there's a bucket.
Able to convert either free throw, which could come back to haunt them in a close game.
Yeah, Utah State just 6 of 12 from the free throw line. Ton of time left. 8.5 minutes. Degenhardt, who had that really quick start, has hit 4 threes, has 16 points. Buchanan retrieves, gets to the bucket and scores. Lockett, 3, missed it. Oh, Buchanan with the rebound and the put.
Would have checked in there if Gadarazzi made that free throw, excuse me. Got to make sure you got shooters on the floor down the stretch.
Good ball movement here. Degenhardt waiting in the corner.
Yeah, they missed him.
Buchanan going hard to the bucket and scoring.
Is elite at is rebounding. They are first in the conference in rebounding, 16th in the entire country. And they have pounded the offensive glass for today's game against UNLV, Dan. It's what they do.
It's just a built-in kind of attribute to what they do. They work on it every single day. It's shoot around. Usually you see teams get a few shots, walk through what the opponents are going to do. They work on their rebounding. Was the extra effort that Leon Rice has got to be enjoying today. After that loss to San Diego State the other night, you know, it seemed to be that San Diego State made all the little plays down the stretch. They dominated the glass, and that has not been the case tonight.
Put back good by Cherry. So Boise State taking care of business, doing what they're supposed to do as they try to keep pace with the top teams in the Mountain West.
They got a big one coming up this weekend at Utah State.
That's a big one for sure. Don't sell that one short, Dan.
Absolutely. Mason Falslev has gotten off to a tremendous start. He may be the leader in the clubhouse as far as now for Player of the Year, but Tyson Degenhardt, as long as Boise State plays this way and he plays like he does tonight, he will.
With Agbim and keeping him from getting good looks.
Agbim driving. He wanted another foul, but nothing doing. 3-on-2 for Boise State. Pass in, and the layup from
3 for 3, 8 points, and I tell you, he has provided a much-needed offense for the Cowboys.
And he's only played 8 minutes as well, so like you said, he's provided a spark. Buchanan for 3.
Boy, I love that.
Cardenas inside to Stanley. Stanley spinning, goes up with the hook. The follow's there. Excellent. In Washington. (21-17). Ugbo. Degenhardt. Again, they lob it inside, and this time it works. Broncos will have the opportunity to tie or take the lead. They've made their last 5 in a row. 5 for their last 5. Outscoring San Jose State 20-15 in this second half thus far. And it's been largely keyed by Degenhardt. He's got 18 and 4 3-pointers. Pump fake, the drive, and skying to hit short. Started off 3 for 3, has missed his last 3. Spartans were so good from the free throw line. That's fallen off here late. Don't need to foul here. About a 6-second difference. Shot and game clock. Trailing by 1. 71-70. Cardenas draws a crowd. Here's Degenhardt. The kick out. Buchanan. Shot clock to 5. Buchanan with 3. Right to the basket and hits. What a drink.
By and large, they do a really good job. I mean, very rarely do you have any issues with officials.
Javan Buchanan says they're top 55 in the country in overall offensive efficiency, 3rd in the league in points per game.
Well, the Broncos playing a lot of new players as well, right? And they've changed up the rotation. They played a lot of bodies here this afternoon. Buchanan is one that really can get going for them.
And one. So a Husky no. Broncos have really dominated him inside, haven't they?
They really have.
A run out, Buchanan on the deuce. My man on your screen, Tyson Degenhardt, starting to take this game over. 4 points in the second half, 14 on the afternoon. Cardenas, what a find. Assistant coach told us we really feel like we're operating at 70 to 75% capacity right now in so many ways. Just not quite where we want to be just yet. Myra Brown with his first bucket of the day, late shot clock against his defense. Buchanan, wow! Marciulionis so crafty. His second bucket. 14.5 points per game. You might recognize him as the son of Sarunas Marciulionis, Basketball Hall of Famer. Javan Buchanan, nothing but inspire him throughout his basketball career. Families in the crowd tonight, you know they're rooting him on. And there helps force a miss on the defensive end. He runs the Broncos offense up by 9. Javan Buchanan buoys his way in. The up and under gives the Broncos the 4th Bronco turnover of the night. Lewis swatted away. Javan Buchanan can do it on both ends of the floor. Exhibit A. Do a great job of taking care of the rock. McKeever, no. Boise State again looking to whittle it down. How aggressive does Alvaro Cardenas get in this second frame? Alvaro in the paint. Buchanan. Oh, he got it.
Different spots on the floor.
Guys, he's about 440 points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in Boise State history as Buchanan.
Be a lot more zones thrown at them throughout the season.
Broncos, fantastic offensive efficiency this season. They're top 75 in scoring offense. 80-plus points in 5 of their first 7 this year. And part of that has been Javan Buchanan. With a little up fake, he's got his first bucket.
Boy, in the last 5 or 6 years, Coach Rice has done a fantastic job in Boise, Idaho.
John Judkins on the other side for Utah Tech. An amazing story. He started when they were at the junior college level, led them into their D2 transition, and now into the D1 level. Well, there weren't players at the junior college level like a friendly roll. Boy, did they need that.
But Gary, Utah Tech really has gotten some pretty good looks.
Noah Gonzalez needs just 2 3-pointers tonight to set the program's all-time mark for 3-pointers made. Omar Stanley into the...
Again, 2-3 zone by Tech.
That's easy for Javan Buchanan over 3
When he was at Evansville, as a grad assistant, and I was at Xavier, so I'm giving you some completely useless information.
You've just been around a while is the key thing there.
Yeah, I was around when Moses was a teenager.
Dylan Anderson, the most recent foul for Boise State, is first. Into the game off the bench, Javan Buchanan. Boise State high on the former NAIA All-American who laid.
Stay inside, big guy. Saw it high, didn't go low.
Perennial Mountain West contender Boise State and a team from the Elite Eight a season ago, Clemson.
Yep, first time since 1980. Clemson got back to the Elite Eight. Back to the zone now. 2-3 zone by Clemson. Change your pace. Try to make Boise State think. The more they think, the slower their feet will get.
Buchanan.
Change your time now for Clemson.
Ties the largest lead, and that's a wayward shot for Miles Foster.
One side, look for Degenhardt.
Buchanan.
Bullseye! We're going to do it defensively. Another big bucket for Jared Frankel.
Vila's doing a great job on the offensive end, looking to attack the rim and finding teammates.
Javan Buchanan, the transfer from Indiana Wesleyan. Oh, a pretty move, plus the bump. And he's with the better he's going to be, as Word takes it in for two more. Keene gives it up. Buchanan to the 10. To the hole. Yeah, that's Peyton Myers. To your point, Nick, there on the turnovers, though, to Corbin's credit, they've only given it away 11 times. It would be easy to go up against a Division I foe, one that has 7-footers, a lot more size than you, and just say, you know what, we're going to give the basketball away. It's going to be fine. Did a nice job putting a premium on ball security. Javan Buchanan. Spivey Word gives it up. Peyton Myers, no. Broncos out-rebounding Corbin tonight, 37-23. Javan Buchanan puts it in. Might be the worst shot in basketball, the long two, but it's not for him tonight.
Not for him tonight. Clemson 30 points. All facets of the game working for him tonight.
Back to a 30-point lead. That's the amount of points that Word has tonight, 13 of 24 from the field. Really should have seen this coming. He had a 24-point effort last time out. Javan Buchanan with another. Utah State and Sacramento State, both his parents high school teachers in Redding, California. Followed his best friend to Boise State. Had some NAIA offers, but decided he wanted to go D1. Broncos trying to get in the basketball here late in this game. Just 3 to shoot. Javan Buchanan. Whoa! With 14.
Sometimes you just got to throw it up there and luck of the draw.
Buchanan. Oh!
But Riley's able to track that down. Late shot clock. He launches and misses everything on that three-point.
No, and he had to rush himself, Deuce, because there wasn't much time left. It was a short clock. He had to go up.
Buchanan, strong drive and finish on the home floor tonight. Riley unable to knock it down from beyond the arc. He had a big night against Cal Poly with 26. Buchanan going one-on-one. Nice decision. Degenhardt with 13 points and a steal. Cardenas looking to push. Beasley, nice on ball defense, but how about the dish to Buchanan? Are you in the first game for Riley? He got it going in the second half. He's starting to get a little louder here late in this game.
I like the way he attacked the basket.
Nice cut by Buchanan, and he
really good half for USF.
Quick score by Buchanan.
He's earlier and Creighton fouls as well.
Did not play on Monday night. 0 for 2 at the line. That's kind of emblematic of the half that it's been for Oakland. More look at the basket for Boise State. Buchanan says, thank you very much. The easy lay-in.
Spoke to Tyson in the offseason, not something that he was too happy with. One part of his game he wanted to work on the offseason, trying to increase that three-point percentage. See a beautiful fast break from both.
Alvaro said about his new teammate was, look, people don't realize how good of a shooter he is, much to your point, Nick.
he can stretch it in all facets of the game, and saw him a lot. As you see, Buchanan from the